Let's look at how searching with CINAHL subject headings can bring some much needed control to the process. Subject headings describe the content of items included in the database and are assigned from a controlled vocabulary. In addition, subject headings can provide some much needed consistency so that we do not have to guess all the different ways that a concept can be expressed. We are now viewing a keyword search in CINAHL for hospital-acquired infections and hand washing. Let's go to the page options and select Detailed View. Then look at the first result. Notice how a group of subject headings appear at the bottom of the record. However, be aware that this is only a partial list. Clicking on the title will bring up the entire record and will allow us to see all of the assigned subject headings. Notice the labeled parts of the record for authors, source, publication type, and two groups of subject headings, major and minor. Major subject headings reflect the more prominent concepts discussed in the item, in this case, a journal article. Notice that one of our keywords, hand washing, also happens to be a major subject heading. However, notice that the phrase hospital-acquired infections does not appear as a subject heading at all, major or minor. One of these listed terms must be the preferred subject heading, but which one? To begin exploring subject headings, scroll up to the top of the screen and click on the CINAHL Headings link in the blue bar. Type in hospital-acquired infections in the search box and click Browse. We are now in the subject headings part of the CINAHL database, and notice hospital-acquired infections use cross-infection. Cross-infection is the preferred vocabulary term for CINAHL. Notice out to the right there are three columns, one for explode, major concept, and scope. If you click on the icon under the scope column, you can see a brief description of what's covered by the subject heading. To designate this subject heading as a major concept, simply select this box. Explode is a way to search with the subject heading that you select along with any related, more narrow subject headings. But first, let's find out what those are. By clicking on the link for cross-infection, we are going to go into the tree view for this term. Scrolling down, notice that there are two subject groups that include cross-infection. One is environment and public health, and you can see cross-infection there. Scrolling down a little farther, you will see another group, bacterial and fungal diseases, where cross-infection appears. Notice that there are two subject headings indented below it. These are more specific subject headings. If you click on the plus sign next to catheter-related infections, you can see even more specific subject headings that are related to catheter-related infections. You can create a search group that includes cross-infection along with all of the indented subject headings below it by selecting cross-infection and then selecting Explode. The Explode option uses the Boolean operator OR, which creates a search group where any of these items are possible. If you like, you can major these as well, simply by checking this box. When we chose cross-infection, a blue column appeared. These are subheadings. Subheadings can be used to focus on specific aspects of a topic. The default is to include them all, but you could go through and make selections, such as prevention and control. To keep it simple, we are going to go with a default and include all subheadings. Notice over on the right, the database is keeping track of our selections. Now, it's time to search the database. Notice in the search box, MM. That means major medical term. Cross-infection with the plus indicates the explosion. You don't see all of those affiliated terms, but they are there. Please keep in mind that these search results do not include hand washing. Our next step is to go back and search for hand washing as a CINAHL heading. You can see hand washing in the list. Clicking the heading takes us to the tree view. Here is hand washing. Notice that there is a more narrow term, surgical scrubbing. For this search, I'm going to choose hand washing, but I'm not going to explode it. So we will not be getting results that include surgical scrubbing. I am going to select Major Concept and include all subheadings, then click Search Database. Our new results do not include any relationship to our previous set of search results for cross-infection. Selecting Search History shows all of the search statements or sets that have been searched so far. The goal is to look for citations that include both hand washing and cross-infection as subject headings. First, clear the search boxes at the top, and then select Search 5, Hand Washing, and Search 4, Cross-infection. I am going to search them with AND. You can now see the new search statement that combines the two subject heading groups, and we've retrieved a lot more results than those found by our initial keyword search for hand washing and hospital-acquired infections. Next, we will explore using limiters to further refine our search results.